guys. Look, I'm like 1 minute early. I got in quickly. Like I'm always like trying to figure out how to get into the live. I'm here. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? I'm here. It's Sunday. It's 7:59. We are live. Can y'all hear me? Hey everybody. I thought I was gonna sit here and do my letters real quick until everybody came in, but I come in, it's already people in here waiting. Tell me, can you hear me? The chat hadn't lit up yet. Let me know if you can hear me.
Say 50% off all Domino's online pizza orders at menu price this week only, which includes right now.
I can hear a ad.
Lost 10 care? Healthcare.gov is here for you. With the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help.
I think it's running an ad on my channel. Can y'all hear me?
Enroll today for coverage starting the first
of next month. Okay. I can hear an ad. Can y'all hear that? Is it running an ad on your page?
For $10 or less per month with
I think it's running an ad on my channel. Can y'all hear me?
Enroll today for coverage starting.
Okay, you guys, I'm here. I don't know what that was, but I could hear like a Domino's pizza ad running in the background. Let me make sure we're good, you guys. Frida from Philly. Come on in, Frida from Philly. Okay, you guys. Everybody can hear me. Something weird just happened with the live. Like I could hear like an ad running. So I don't know. We're going to work with it. If something happens and I go out, just wait. I'm going to come on back in, okay? But right now we're good. We are good. Hey, everybody. You're getting an echo. Are y'all getting an echo from me? Y'all, maybe I should go out and come back in. But I don't know if it's going to bring me back into this live. Tell me if you're getting an echo. Let's resolve this right now, you guys. And we're going to fix the problem. Is it an echo? Tell me if you're getting... I can hear myself. No, you sound good to me. No echo. No. Okay. It's like I can hear myself. Okay, I don't know. But if y'all say I'm good, I'm going to roll with it. Okay. Hey guys, we're in here. It is 8 o'clock. I'll get started a little bit. I'm Ashley Pickens. I am here in Memphis, Tennessee. This is my like YouTube intro, isn't it? I've been in real estate since 2006. As a real estate agent, I was a real estate broker over a firm, and I am an auctioneer. I auction off foreclosures for the banks at the courthouse. Hello, Theo from Connecticut. You hear everything twice. Are y'all hearing everything twice? Y'all, I will go out and come back in if I need to do that. Type 1. Look, this is how all people online do. Type 1 if you're hearing an echo. Okay, everybody else is... Affiliate Marketing Express, go out and then come back in. Maybe it's yours. Everybody else, look, affiliate marketing. I just came across your channel today. Subscribe to. All right, Amber. Amber, where you from? Look, Amber, where you from? We got Frida from Philly. We got Theo from Connecticut. Okay, so Affiliate Marketing Express, go out and come back in. I'll be here. Don't worry. The party won't get started till you come back. Don't worry. Y'all tell me where you're from. I can hear you clearly. Your volume is a little low. Okay, let me turn it up. Thank you for the... I can hear my echo when I turn it up. So, okay, we'll figure this out. We're okay. We're going to rock with it. If it gets bad, tell me and I'll go out and come back in. But we're going to roll with it. I turned it up a little bit. And we're going to go with it. Okay, you guys? So, I can hear it, my echo. Frida, Theo, Connecticut, Bridgeport, Connecticut, another Connecticut, Florida, Houston. Come on, y'all. LBC, I see you. Frida from Philly. I see that. Okay. I always joke with Frida. I'm like, Frida from Philly. You sound like one of those infomercials. Brenda from Birmingham. Ashley from Anchorage. Frida from Philly. Okay. Anyway, you guys. Let's get started. I'm Ashley. Like I said, I auction off foreclosures here in Memphis. in the surrounding area, like Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, Nashville. That's where I auction off properties. I can definitely hear an echo on my end. But if y'all say it's fine, I'm going to roll with it, okay? If it gets bad, we'll refresh and come back in. So, tonight, you guys, I'm so happy everybody's here. I know y'all want to talk about foreclosures, auctions, all the things. But the one thing that I had to talk about, you guys, and you saw me post about this, I did a video about this. You guys, this lie, baby, a lie, what do old people say? A lie, don't care who tell it, right? Don't care who tell it. This lie that people, you should buy your house now and then you can refinance later, right? I'm so tired of hearing that. And I guess I'm tired of hearing it because I'm at the auction and I see people foreclosing who just bought their house like less than a year ago, right? So what made me say this is because I was on LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn. And NAR, if you're a real estate agent, how many, I got any real estate agents in here? NAR's, National Association of Realtors, their chief economist, Lawrence Young, posted on his LinkedIn, over the next month, mortgage rates could rise, true, just from momentum factors or maybe not. What is more clear is the direction of rates early next year. Expect mortgage rates closer to 6 to 6.5% early next year, at the beginning of the year. You guys, rates not going to be 6%. Nothing in me believes rates are going to go down to 6% at the beginning of 2024. If anything, so we're probably going to get another rate hike before this year is over, right? And then they're probably going to hold steady. But regardless to what the rates do, you guys, that's not something that real estate agents should tell people to get them to buy a house. Just buy it now, struggle right now, and then in a few months, you can refinance it. Y'all, that's some sugar, honey, iced tea. Y'all know what that stands for. That's what that is, you guys. What do y'all think? I mean, that's like, I feel like if that is your go-to, if that is how you have to close a deal, you know what I mean? If that's your closing pitch, and oh, by the way, don't forget you can refinance in a couple of months or at the end of the year. Y'all, if that's not predatory, that's for sure unethical, right? If that's the only way you can close a deal is by trying to tell somebody that, hey, you'll be able to we don't know if you're going to be able to refinance. If you're struggling right now, you sitting at the closing table looking at this mortgage payment like, I don't know about this. And your agent and everybody's like, don't worry, you can refinance. It's okay. Y'all, a house got auctioned off on Wednesday. They bought it November of last year, November 2022. Just auctioned off on Wednesday. They didn't even have it a whole year. Didn't even have it a whole year. And it just went up for auction. You guys, like, that, we don't need to be selling that dream to people. And you guys, if you're a homeowner, look, I said this earlier. When you buy that house is on you. And whatever that mortgage payment is right there, you need to be able to pay it for 30 years, right? Because it's honestly what you're signing up for. 30 years at this payment, regardless to if you can refinance or not. Because look, when times get hard and you're going to call your real estate agent and you're going to say, hey, I had a little bit of savings saved up because you said I would be able to refinance, but now I'm behind. What do I do? Y'all, what your real estate agent going to say? They probably not going to pick up the phone, right? Let's be honest. You're probably not going to hear from them again until they're calling you to sell your house again, right? And what's your mortgage lender going to say? You said I could refinance. Your mortgage lender is going to be like, oh, funny thing, I don't have your loan anymore. You're going to have to call your servicer, right? I mean, that's what's going to happen. Bloomberg site indicates the Fed may raise interest rates. Yeah, I think they're going to go up again. I think they are going to go up again before the year is out. We got chances of 2 more rates. And I think we're going to at least get 1 more. I think he's going to raise those rates 1 more time. What did they say this week? The payroll came out super high, showing that unemployment was low and people were still making money and all that kind of stuff, even though I'm like, people probably got like 6 and 7 jobs is what you're seeing. But most people are struggling right now. Most people are struggling right now with everything being so expensive. I had my parents home for 17 years and Wells Fargo blew off the air loan and no. That sucks. That sucks. Y'all read what Frankie Boo Boo said. And Wells Fargo, y'all know Wells Fargo already, like, y'all know. They always stay in some sugar honey iced tea. They stay in some, don't they? Like, if it's not something discriminatory or overdrafts or charging people too much or denying applications, they were in like the big fallout back in 2008 with foreclosures, right? When foreclosure, that wave happened, what was it? The robo signing scandal back in 2010, like where Chase, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America were just pushing people through foreclosure, like weren't even looking at their paperwork, right? And just foreclosing on people. Wells Fargo was a part of it. They stay in some, So I just feel like if I personally right now, and y'all, I'm a real estate agent, and you can ask plenty of real estate agents, they're gonna be like, yes, buy a house. Go. If I had to buy a house right now in this market, I would probably look for an REO. I would try to find a foreclosure. I'd get on HUD, Home Store, HomePath.com, HomeSteps.com, because they allow financing. I would hop on there. I would also make my real estate agent, I'd be like, yo, look at the comps. I need to see what it's looking like, or I'm not paying full price for anything right now. Now, I know there are some pocket markets across the country that are still getting bid up, but I'd be like, no, show me the comps of the last 3 months, last 4 months, and let me see how quickly these prices are decreasing, and then I'll make my offer based on that. And then I'll justify it to a seller. I'll be like, look, the last 6 months, everybody has reduced their price. I don't care what's active on the market. Active does not matter, right? We don't look at active. An appraiser doesn't look at active. Us in the real estate industry, active doesn't matter, right? Sold. What has sold in this area? And I negotiate from there. That's what I do. But I wouldn't pay full strength, because property values, you're going to get it in the market, your value is going to be gone. And that's the other thing with refinancing, you guys. That's the thing they don't tell you. It's like buy now and then you can refinance. You guys, refinancing is not like, hey, it's me, I'm just calling to refinance. And then they're like, okay, cool, we just put it in, you're good to go. That's not how it works, you guys. You're getting that whole loan. You got to apply for the loan again, you guys. It's like bank statements, credit check, closing costs, origination fees, appraisals. It's the whole process again, you guys. And you have to have equity in your house to refinance. And the way these property values dropping, all I'm saying. So it's not that easy to you can just refinance, you guys. It's not that easy. Yes, it's a long process. The BS, what I'll say and tell people this. Right. And baby, once that commission check is cashed, and I'm a real estate agent, so y'all, you know what I'm saying. Once that, they don't think, you might get a Christmas card. You might. Or you might just get you ready to sell your house? That's all you're going to get, right? So I feel like if I was still a broker, if I was still over the agents, I'd be like, do not open your mouth about refinancing. Like, don't even tell that to people, because we don't know if the rates are going to go down. They could go sky high. Shoot, they might go high before they go low again, right? Don't tell people that, right? That's really like, it's really like unethical, right? That's almost, like I said, it's almost predatory, right? You can buy the house, you'll be able to refinance. Don't worry about it. I know you're struggling now. You guys, stop. Hey, Ash, says Auctioneer, have you noticed those mortgage surplus amounts decreasing? Yeah, y'all, the opening bids are too high. Did y'all follow me on Instagram and YouTube? But the opening bids the past couple weeks have just been too high. They're all reverting back to the bank. So okay, let me give you a rundown real quick. when a person's in foreclosure, right, they get behind on their mortgage about 3 months. Then the bank will send them a letter saying, hey, you got to pay this amount, your past due amount, in 30 days, or your house is going to auction. That's how it works. Reinstate the loan, or you're going to auction, right? So the auction is the first place houses end up. So what I'm noticing is, I mean, if you just like this past week, I posted it. Most of these people in foreclosure just bought in 2020, 21, and 22. Y'all, they still owe that whole loan. They owe the whole loan. And the opening bid is the loan amount, right? So y'all have to go look and see. A lot of these loan amounts are more than what the house is worth right now, right? I posted one, the opening bid was $599. Zillow, but it's Zillow, had it sitting at $524,000. Like, it's, so no investor is going to pick that up, right? The opening bid is higher than what the house is actually worth. So the process goes, it comes to auction, it comes to me. If I can't sell it, then it reverts back to the bank. It reverts back to Wells Fargo or Bank of America. And then it becomes an REO property, right? After I can't sell it at the auction. So that's the process. Auction, REO, okay? It's crazy that some of these properties are still being priced at the max. Owners won't budge and don't understand that if you want to get the max on your house, your house will... Yeah, you guys, it's still a lag. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to sellers understanding. And it's always a lag. Now it's like a big lag. But when people put their house on the market, you know, it's that emotional, I've been here 20 years. This is my house. It's worth $500,000 because I've raised my kids here and I've got memories, and those memories are worth $500,000. You like, ma'am, you haven't even updated your house in 20. You still got this rooster wallpaper in the kitchen. Like, it's not worth what you think it's worth. So that's, you already have to deal with that in a normal market. But then the craziness we had in 21 and 20 has really got people like, I know I can get this for my house, and I'm going to sit here until I get it. Not realizing yesterday's price ain't today's price, y'all. Yesterday's price is not today's price, right? The market flipped so quick on everybody. Those interest rates shot up, and no, but sellers are still like, I can, it's going to take a minute for, you got to sit on the market for a little bit. You know, you got to wade in the water just a little bit to come to that realization that, okay, times have changed and we're going into fourth quarter. Y'all know fourth quarter is the slowest quarter in real estate, right? Nobody wants to move in the holidays. It's cold. Nobody wants people in and out of their houses while you got Christmas trees up and families coming to visit. So fourth quarter is slow already. And with interest rates high, and student loan payments and groceries high, and gas high, life is high right now, right? Just life is high in general. So let me catch up, you guys. I'm sorry. How can you find out if the lender servicer claimed PMI on a defaulted loan? So I don't know. You might have to look at, y'all, you might have to look at like the records and deeds office and see. Now, everybody can't read title, right? That's why I made the auction accelerator course to teach y'all how to read title before you go to the auction. We'll talk about that. A lot of times, if you're going to the auction, I tell people this. Somebody hopped in my inbox the other day, and she was wanted to bid on a property. You guys, if there's a property that you see that you want to bid on, and you're not familiar with the process, call the auction company, right? Especially if it's those like Williams & Williams, Marcus & Milchamp. There's some little small auction platforms. Call them. You know what I'm saying? And ask them, hey, what's the, you might be like, what's the payoff? What's the opening bid going to be? Can I put in an offer before this go to auction? Y'all call them. Is the title clear? Or do I need to do a title search? Those are things you can ask, right? So you might can ask, you know? Or you can probably look at that. If you can look at the records and deeds, right? And I don't want to go too far off the deep end. Here in Shelby County, I can look at the records and deeds office, pull up where they filed that mortgage, where they filed the deed and mortgage, right? And I can see that paperwork, right? From the first loan. I hope I'm not confusing you. I'm not confusing you, you guys. And then you can see like how much they paid, the terms of their loan. You know, they file all that's public information, you guys. When you buy your house, they file that. You can look it up. So maybe there, or maybe check with the auction company and see. I hope that answered your question. Hey, Ashley, any suggestions? Foreclosures, y'all rolling in these comments. Hold on. If I miss your question, look, copy and paste it and put it back in. Let's price it right so that it sells sooner than later. Yeah, you try. Exactly. And reiterate, fourth quarter. People don't want to move in the winter a lot of times. It's the holidays, you know. But you know, sometimes you get these sellers, you gotta have like a come to Jesus with them, right? They don't sometimes. But let that feedback come in. You know, people will come in. They're always like, what did the buyer say? Did they like it? They said it's too high. They probably didn't even say that. I love the kitchen, and they said it's too high. I'll add that to my feedback. Buyers didn't say it was too high. They said you need to get this rooster wallpaper out the kitchen. That's what they said. Comma, and it's too high. I would just throw that out there. Okay, let me get back to what y'all were saying. Because somebody said, actually, do you know auctions in... Yeah, it's the bank loan amount. That's the opening bid. How much they own that loan. How can you find out the letter? Okay, I'm there. Hey, Ashley, any suggestions for foreclosure in Connecticut? So, y'all need to take my course. The discount code is... Don't worry, I'm still going to answer the question. I wouldn't do y'all like that. YouTube. Put in YouTube for the course. So, if you are looking for, regardless to where you are, Connecticut, anywhere... If I was looking for a foreclosure, right? I'm going to try the obvious places first. Hold on. So let's talk about, this is why I'm doing my masterclass is on Thursday. It's live. It's free. I'm talking about the difference between an REO and an auction. Okay? Because when you say foreclosures, I want to make sure I'm giving you the right information. So keep in mind the process I already put you through. They get behind. They can't catch up. They come to auction. That's me. At the auction, right, you got to pay cash, certified funds at the auction. People could still be in that house, right? You got to do your due diligence. It could be, the homeowners could still be in that house. You are bidding on properties blind at the auction, okay? And I'm going to go over all this on Thursday. Sign up, the registration, sign up. It's free. But anyway, you are bidding on properties blind. You cannot see the inside of them if you buy them at auction, okay? Also, title. The title might not be good at the auction, okay? That's why in my course, I teach you how to do a title search because you can buy the wrong lien at the auction. I don't ever get up there and say, okay, you guys, this is 1234 Main Street and I'm auctioning off the HELOC. I'm auctioning off the second lien. I don't get up there and say that, right? I just get up there, read the notice, and auction it off. You've got to do your due diligence, which includes looking at that title to make sure you're buying the right loan. And I hope I didn't confuse everybody. But, so that's the auction. Bidding, buying blind, got to look at that title. People could still live in it, and you got to pay cash, okay? That's the auction. REO properties, if I can't sell it at the auction, it will revert back to the bank. The bank will trash it out. Keep in mind, after it goes through me at the auction, once I say sold, whether it goes to the highest bidder or it reverts back to the bank, the title is clear, okay? For most, what it's worth. That title is clear. As soon as I say sold, regardless where it goes, the title is clear. So it reverts back to the bank. Now the bank has it and it's an REO, right? REO properties, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, homepath.com, homesteps.com, hudhomestore.com. They come in, they're going to trash it out, right? It's going to be empty. They're going to evict those tenants out of there. The title is clear. You can use financing depending on the condition of that property. You can come in there, you can do an inspection. It's like almost traditional buying, okay? That's an REO property. Okay, you guys, I hope if you're with me, say, Ashley, I am still with you. If you are still with me, if it's making sense, or if you like, Ashley, you lost me, then I'll have to rewind and come on back, right? But that's an REO property. Financing, you can go inside and see it. You're going to negotiate with the bank. You know, you can negotiate with the bank. Okay, it's already going to be trashed out. Tenants are already going to be out of that property. That's an REO property. That's what most people want. When they come to me and say, Ashley, I want to come see you at the auction because I want a foreclosure. 9 times out of 10, you're not trying to buy a property blind and pay cash for it. Like that's not, everybody's not about that life. Okay, just to be honest. So my point is circling back around because the question was, where do you find them, right? So if you are trying to come see me at the auction, cash, bidding blind, title search, then you can go to auction.com. That's a great spot. Auction.com, put in your city. Xome.com, Xome, home with an X, right? You can also check your public notices. Look at your county and records sites. Look in a small paper like here in Memphis. It's the Daily News here in Memphis. In Nashville, it's Tennessee Ledger. Different places, look up public notices, right? And they will show like the foreclosure properties and when the auction date is set, okay? REO properties. This is going to be the auction hand. This is going to be the REO hand, okay? REO properties, like I said, that's HUD Home Store, homepath.com, homesteps.com. Wells Fargo has an REO section on their website. Bank of America has an REO section. Now, auction.com has an REO section on their website, but I think they want cash too. They'll stipulate what type of payment they take if it's bank owned. Okay? Did I answer your question? I hope I answered your question. I hope I answered like everybody's question with that explanation, baby. I am long-winded. You guys, did they buy a mortgage payment that their gross money, or did they overspend when they bought? Also, did they have at least 6 months? Okay, so right. Okay, so I read your comment, HTC. What is pre-foreclosure sale? Makes sense. Now, hold on, I gotta catch up, you guys. Client that wants to help, will you help me? If I get absolutely, Mike. I actually like have a mentorship right now that kind of came up spur of the moment. Being an auctioneer, a lot of people now refer people to me, right? Because they're like, my nephew's in foreclosure. You need to help him. I'm like, okay. I guess because they're like, Ashley gonna be the one to auction off your house. Call her and see if she can help you, right? So, but people started calling me. So I started helping people, right? Like I partner with United Housing here in Memphis. They offer assistance to people who are behind on their mortgage. You know, I've helped people catch up on their mortgage. If they want to sell it, I will help them sell it before it goes to auction. You know, I've just kind of become like I guess it's the good and evil side of me. Not that it's evil, you know, because I don't enjoy auctioning off people's houses, right? That actual part. I love being an auctioneer. I love auctioning. But auctioning off people's homes, you know, no, I don't love that part, right? So that's why I try to help the people that I can. ForeclosureHelpTN.com, my website. I offer assistance. Go on there. It gives you options, everything. And I mean, you don't have to be in Tennessee, but I try to balance it, you guys. And yes, if you run across somebody who's in foreclosure and you're like, I don't know what to do, reach out, you guys. I'll try. Like, I'm gonna get like 1,000 people to reach out. I'll try, you guys. But no, that's why I opened up the mentorship, because a lot of people, the auction gets bid up so quickly, you know, somebody was like, well, maybe I can get to them before they go to auction, right? I was like, and maybe you can help them if they want to save it, if they want to sell it, all that. So I am so long-winded, aren't I? Like, you ask one question, it's like a yes or no. and then I take you, like, I can talk you up under a tree. Can I? Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Okay. People need to save their money. House crash coming. People save your... I got you. County records. I have not seen that there either. Hi, Ashley. Got in here a little late, but glad to see. Aiden, what's going on in California? You're awesome, Ashley. Absolutely, Frankie. Like, that's why I came on here, you guys. Y'all, I know nobody was teaching y'all about auctions. And, I mean, I think people do channels on foreclosures. And, I mean, there is not an... I have not seen an auctioneer create a channel on YouTube, right? And I have been to the auction so many times conducting, and I know they won't tell you. Like, I see people walk up to the auction looking confused. If I could count how many people have come up to me like this with a paper in their hand, and like, they told me to look in the paper. I'm like, just come on, let me help you. Let me help you. The other bidders will not help you. They will look at you like you got 3 eyes on your face. I promise they won't. So once I saw that, I was like, let me try to share this, because it's some great deals at the auction. I have auctioned off homes for like $500, right? It's some great deals at the auction, and y'all just don't know about them. Y'all, so I'm like, let me help you, right? Because they're coming. Foreclosures are coming, regardless to what the news says. The news says right now, you guys, I'm gonna answer your questions. I'm gonna come back, but just bear with me. Right now, it says there are 33,000 properties with foreclosure filings right now. 33. So you hear that number and you're like, okay, foreclosures aren't bad. We only got 33. Lawrence Young from NAR posted on his LinkedIn page, foreclosures are down. Y'all, I hopped right up under his post, right? Because you can't talk about... It's like that Halloween scary movie. Like, if you say Bloody Mary like 3 times, that person come on. If you say foreclosures 3 times, I'm gonna pop up on your post, right? That's just what's gonna happen. And he was like, foreclosures are down. So I hopped on his post on NAR's website, and I was like, however, we got 8 million people behind on their mortgage. So these foreclosure numbers are basically bogus. Let's be honest about it. It might only be 33,000 foreclosure filings, but I've been watching the numbers, and we got close to, I would say we have 8 to 10 million people who have not paid their mortgage in 2 years. Since that moratorium hit after COVID, a lot of people, I talked to the attorneys. Y'all forget I'm contracted by the attorneys to do auctions. And they're like, Ashley, we haven't foreclosed on people in 3 years. People call me all the time, you guys. I told you, they call me. And I look at their mortgage statement, and they haven't paid in 2 years. I'm like, National HUD put out a report, September. Y'all, I'll link it below. I always link this report. I look at this. I bookmark this. I've watched it for the last 2 years. September, today's the 8th. September was what, last week? September, they said 4.8 million people did not pay their mortgage in September. 6.5 million people did not pay their rent in September, you guys. I've watched these numbers for the last 2 years. They have not changed, you guys. 2 million, 8 to 10 million people, I would say, have not paid their mortgage in 2 years. Foreclosures are coming, you guys. I mean, unless, I know it's an election year, they can pull some tricks out of their bag. But, you guys, it's getting hard out here for banks. Mortgage applications are down. We've got some defaulted notes sitting out here. 8 to 10 million people ain't paid their mortgage. I bet you it's probably more than that. People not paying their mortgage. We got commercial loans about to come due. You guys, if these interest rates go up one more time, I don't know. We're going to see some stuff start collapsing. JP Morgan Chase going to get bigger than they are right now. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, what I was going to say is it's coming, you guys. It's in a normal real estate market. People buy homes, people sell homes, and people foreclose on homes. in a normal market. That's the circle of life, right? We ain't foreclosed on people in like 3 years. In 3 years. So the pipeline is full. And then we're selling this dream of to people saying, hey, just buy now and you can refinance when rates go down. We got people trying to hold on to a house that they couldn't afford to begin with because they were told that we can refinance. Y'all, these rates not going down. They no time soon, right? And you got people who cashed out their savings account and their 401k trying to buy a house in hopes that they could refinance. Y'all, we gonna have a whole nother wave of foreclosures. People who just bought, who can't afford to hold on to their house anymore. So an article, 84%, the top of the article, 84% of recent home buyers planned on refinancing. 84%, you guys. They can't refinance. They can't refinance. Y'all, so, okay, y'all, let me catch up because I can go off on my tangent. I really can. Hold on, look. Most recent home buyers, 82%, were assured, I'm country, they could buy now and refinance later. They most often heard this from their mortgage loan officer, 63% of them, or their real estate agent, 60% of them. 13% say they won't be able to keep making payments if they can't refinance. First of all, that's not how you buy a house. You don't go into a house already knowing you can afford it. That paper that you sign on day one, you need to make sure if it doesn't ever change that you can pay that mortgage. That is a 30-year mortgage. It shouldn't be like, okay, I can probably pay this. I got 6 months of savings in my bank account. I can probably hold on to this mortgage for 3 or 4 months and I hope the interest rates come down. That's not even the right mindset to go into buying a house. Let's be honest. 13%, and I bet that number is higher than that, said they won't be able to keep making payments. People who just bought this year because they were promised that they could refinance, you guys. And we can't just blame it on mortgage and real estate agent, right? Because when you're buying a house, that's a big, like you got to do your research too. But still, as a real estate agent, like, you shouldn't be telling people that, right? Because we don't know what's going to go on with the rates. That's not even my lane. Let me be totally honest with you. I don't speak finances with my clients at all. If they're like, Ashley, what do you think my mortgage? Let me get your mortgage guy on the phone and I'm going to have them call you because I don't want to give you the wrong information. And I'm not telling you that you can refinance. That's for sure what I'm not going to do because nobody knows. We don't know where these rates might be at 10% by next year. We don't know, right? Because Jerome said until inflation get down, he's going to raise these rates. That's what he said. That's what Jerome said. So we got to stop telling people that. You're sending them straight to me. You're sending people straight to me in foreclosure, promising them that they can refinance, you guys, and they can't. And again, they run your credit again. There is fees, closing, appraisal, and you got to have equity in your house. And the longer these properties sit on the market, not selling, and these sellers start reducing their price, if you're in real estate or anything, I know you get the emails I get. Price reduction, price reduction. Builders are doing price reductions. Wholesalers, price reduction. These properties aren't selling, they're sitting. And you got to have equity to refinance. Keep that in mind. So, okay, you guys, I can go off. I can get really passionate about that. Let me catch up. I'm sorry, you guys. Yep, make sure the title is clear. I had a client trying to buy a house. We found out that the new owner had title problems because he bought a tax deed property from tax deed. But y'all got, that's why I made the auction accelerator, you guys. That's why I made it. That is why I made it. I teach you how to find properties. I teach you how to find pre-foreclosures. Everybody who want to get to the properties before they go to auction, I made a lesson for y'all. I teach you how to read the title, you guys. And it's not me saying, okay, you guys, this is a first loan is, I don't know, what's the first lien? Like Wells Fargo or your mortgage lender, here's a picture of your second lien. That's not what I do, you guys. I actually screen share with you. I go in on the county records and deeds site and I walk you through a title search. I point out the first loan, the second loan. I'm like, look, there's an HOA lien. Look, they got a mechanics lien. This is what you look for. I give you a title search checklist, y'all, and I do like 6 examples. I go through 6 different houses and I'm like, okay, this house, I would buy this house. If there's one with the second lien, I'm like, okay, I wouldn't buy this house. This is not a good auction house. I made this for y'all because you got to make sure that title is clear. The coupon code is YouTube. I think just put in YouTube. I think that's the code. But you guys, I give you everything. A property tracker. I give you a repair bid calculator. I teach you how to find your maximum bid. It's a calculator. You put in all your things and it spits out the bid that's your highest bid. I teach you how to evict the people. If you buy a house and it's got people in it, I give you the letters to send to them. I give you the cash for keys agreement. I give you everything, you guys. I poured my whole, it took me, I worked on that course since 2020 and it's finally finished. Finally, I made it for you. Go get the course if you have any intention on buying auction properties. So, y'all still with me? Good, good, good. Makes sense. I'm still with you. Good. If you buy first lien and take over the property, does the previous owner still liable for the mechanics liens or liens? Okay, y'all want me to take you to school real quick? Okay, so if you buy a property auction, like I said, so if you're the highest bidder at the auction, once I say sold, that'll usually clear a mechanics lien, mostly all liens. There are some liens that can survive an auction. The IRS, your boy Uncle Sam, he can survive an auction. But usually within 120 days, that lien will fall off. That tax lien will fall off after 120 days, usually. Keep in mind, each state is different. Right of redemption rules apply, okay? Know your state's right of redemption, okay? That means a homeowner can come back and redeem a property in a certain amount of time, okay? So make sure you know that, especially before you start doing repairs on a property, right? Get that deed in your hand before you start doing repairs on a property you bought at the auction. Deeds and refunds come in the mail. If you have watched any of my videos, you have heard me say that 500 million times. Deeds and refunds come in the mail. If you come see me at the auction, I don't have any refunds, right? And at the auction, I want the complete amount, okay? I want the whole amount. If the winning bid is $500,000, I'm collecting $500,000 in certified funds right then and there at the courthouse, okay? Some auction platforms work differently. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing my REO course, right? This is the masterclass. Surprise, this is the masterclass right here. I'm doing the whole masterclass right here. But at least y'all know what y'all gonna get on Thursday, right? I'm gonna take you to school on Thursday, right? And I'll have slides and I'm gonna screen share and all that, okay? Your question was about the lien. You see how I got off on that? Let me give you an example of when I was at the auction one time. I was at the auction, about to conduct an auction. 2 guys walk up, right? And it's an electric company. The property had a lien on it from them. Whoever the homeowner was, used them. They didn't pay them. And this electric company put a lien on that property. They show up at my auction, okay? So what would have happened was, so the highest bidder, was the highest bidder going to be responsible for this lien? No, okay? No. What would have happened if the property would have sold? So let's say the property sold for $1 over. They wouldn't have got any money. But if the property sold for $30,000 over, right? $30,000 over bid, the attorney would have gone down that list of liens and paid people in order with that $30,000 overage, okay? And I think that's what answers your question. So they would have cleared that first lien. If it was a second lien, then that electric mechanics lien, however much money they could, that $30,000 paid, that's what they would have done. I think that answers your question. I went the long way. I went the scenic route instead of just answering it. But I want y'all to know, like, I want to explain it to y'all where y'all know and it makes sense, right? Are y'all with me? Y'all with me? Do I sell REOs? I do not. I'm do trustee sales. I am at the courthouse. I know y'all hear myths and fables and stories. I heard they auction off properties at the courthouse steps. Here I am in real life. I auction off properties at the courthouse steps. That is exactly what I do. So REOs, like I said, that's auction.com. Those are the properties that have reverted back to the bank, right? And now the bank has them in their arsenal, right? Home Path, HUD Home Store, Home Steps, auction.com, right? I don't know. I don't do REOs. Now I have auctioned off a property. It didn't sell. Went back to the attorneys in the bank. They reworked those numbers, sent it back to me to try to sell it again. It didn't sell again at the auction. I think it was just too high. I think the opening bid was just too high. And then it went back to the bank, and I'm sure the bank, lowered the price, trashed it out, did everything, and put it back on the market as an REO. Okay? We live in a thank you, Amber. Girls gotta eat. Hi. Okay, y'all, I'm going through. Yes, thank you. I'm a realtor and learn so many different things from you. I just go to the courthouse steps every first Tuesday and watch it. Yes, that's what people should do, you guys. I advocate for that. Go to the auction. I don't care if you got $20 in your pocket, right? Just don't bid. Just don't open your mouth, right? But they're open to the public, you guys. The auctions are open to the public. Just go. You can, you don't have to bid. It's plenty of times the opening bid is too high and people are like, oh, nope, I'm not going to get it. Go and watch. Go and sit there. See how quick the bids get bid up, right? Go and see how many people are there. You know what I mean? Just go. Chill out. Just don't open your mouth. Just don't bid, right? That's all you gotta do. I had my one of my mentees. She went to the auction in Atlanta, and she was like, Ashley, it got bid up so quick. She went through my course. She's like, I was ready for it. I did the title search. I knew it was good. And I think the opening bid was like $27,000. She's like, I had my 50. I was gonna pay $50,000 for it. She said as soon as they announced it, opening bid $27,000. First person was like $60,000. She was like, well, never mind, right? So she was like, I didn't get it. So that's how she ended up in my mentorship. She's like, I was like, well, maybe you should try to talk to them before they go to auction. Maybe you can get to the properties before auction. So then that's how she got there. But yeah, they can go to the auction. That was my point. Go see how quickly they give it up. Airbnb crashed the market. Yes, have y'all heard that? Oh my gosh. It's so many things going on in our real estate market right now, right? We got the Airbnb problems. All these people, y'all know how many people rushed in and bought Airbnbs thinking they could rent them out. You know what I mean? And now legislation and laws have been passed that you can't do that. What, you gotta be at the house, or you can only have, I don't know, New York? It was 73% of Airbnb people could not, y'all, that's a mortgage now that they have to take care of, right? And they thought they were going to be able to rent out during the holiday season. And to get news that you cannot rent out your second, third, or fourth property, you guys, that's going to be a foreclosure wave in itself. Airbnb properties. Y'all, I see investor properties come down the auction all the time. It is an influx of investors foreclosing. And I think it's a combination of when the market was so good and people were making money hand over fist. You could buy a property, flip it, get up off of it, make some money. Y'all, but the market flips so quick. And a lot of people it's a hard money lender here in Shelby County, foreclosing on these people, on these investors. Because I think his loan is 6 or 9 months. You got to pay that money back, or you got to refinance up out of it. And they haven't been able to. And each month he put out a newsletter and it's these properties are going up for auction. And he foreclosing on his investors who pulled hard money, like he was the hard money lender, right? So it's going to be a lot of investors who lose their properties, and a lot of these loans got adjustable rates, you guys. Imagine going from like a 5 to an 8. You know what I mean? That's a big jump. And you know, if that's like your second home, you know, you got to take care of your first home first. And then if you got money to take care of that second one, then maybe it'll get paid. But if you don't, like, what's going to go first? Your primary or the investment? The investment. So, yeah, Airbnb. I don't know. Maybe they can find a renter. I don't know. Airbnb. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, you guys. I love you all. Oh, it's Candyman. That's right, Anthony. I said Bloody Mary, didn't I? It's Candyman. You can't say that 3 times in the mirror. And you can't say foreclosures 3 times on your post and don't think I'm going to pop up on your post. Especially when it's not the truth, right? All you got to say is 1 time. It's like Marco Polo, here I am. What is it? Yeah, he was like, and foreclosures are low. I was like, what about the 8 million people who haven't paid their mortgage in 2 years? And then, you know, I could have left it right there. But I mean, I had to add a little more razzle dazzle to my petty comment. So then I said, after I said, what about the 8 million people who haven't paid their mortgage? Then I said, hey, but what do I know? I'm just a foreclosure auctioneer, with the little emoji that was like, petty. I was being petty patty. Right on NAR's LinkedIn page. I'm probably blocked. Oh well. Yep, there are a lot of absentee owner properties. Y'all, we got, look at me. I'm such a geek. Y'all, when you come, just know the masterclass, I'm always going to teach you. Like, I'm always going to teach you. If you sign up for the Auction Accelerator, just know I'm always going to teach you. Like, I can't help it. I'm obsessed with real estate, honestly. You know, there's some agents that just cross their arms and take photo shoots, right? And then there's some agents like me that I'm just like obsessed with the real estate market. I am, right? So let's talk about vacant properties. We have 1.3 million residential properties in the United States that are vacant. 1.3, right? And I think we have the highest number of investor-owned vacant properties that we've had in a long time. I think it's almost, I don't know, it's a lot. Let me look. You saw how quickly I just pulled this article up. That just shows I'm a geek and I don't have a life. But that's okay. Y'all appreciate this. Y'all appreciate this knowledge, because when the foreclosures come, and they're coming, y'all will be ready. There is opportunity in recessions. You know, we're not allowed to say recessions, right? That's like the word, the trigger word. In the market downturn. In the market downturn, right? There are opportunities. There are opportunities. And during the last crash, I was licensed in 2006, y'all, but I was 21. Now y'all know how old I am. I was 21, and I was not able to take advantage of that. You know, like a lot of people, like homes were like 50 and 60% off, you guys. No, I'm not being inconsiderate of people who lost their homes. I'm absolutely not, you guys. Absolutely not. But I'm saying there were opportunities back then, right? And there will be opportunities in the next coming years, right? For properties. If real estate investing is your retirement plan, that's my retirement plan. If you ask me, y'all, I am self-employed, right? Social Security is not going to take care of me. Y'all, Ukraine get my Social Security money, right? Anyway, I'm just kidding. Y'all know how I joke about Ukraine all the time. I joke about them all the time. So my retirement plan is I've got to buy properties and rent them out, right? That's going to be my thing. Rent them out or sell them. You know, when this wave comes, you got to be in position. So I'm like trying to teach y'all how to do it. And it's not just real estate. Like there'll be plenty of opportunities and jobs that are born during recessions. That's what I've said. Like trash out companies, clean out companies, landscaping companies. Like I talked about like jobs that will be created during recessions, like storage companies. I heard. I don't know. Um, thrift shops, maybe laundromats. If people get put out of their house, God, I'm sorry, or people have to downsize, shoot, storage companies might start booming. Like home health care, like maybe people can't afford to go to a nursing home and maybe they'll need home health care, people to come in their homes and take care of them. You know, a lot of jobs and y'all remember when COVID hit, how many people became entrepreneurs from the house? You know what I mean? When this happens, you know, entrepreneurs are born, businesses are born. Look, millionaires are created. Do you hear me? Right? So that's why I do this. I think November's masterclass is going, I'm going to do a masterclass once a month. It'll always be free. I think November's masterclass is going to be downturn jobs, like jobs that can be created, right? Like real estate agents, like you might need to start pivoting, right? You can start doing BPOs. You can start doing REOs, right? Stuff like that. You know, it's a process though. But sometimes you got to pivot, you guys, because they're going to start laying off. Watch. They have already said, my bank, Truist, I bank with Truist. They already said they're laying off in the first quarter. They're reorganizing. They about to lose their job, right? So Truist, Wells Fargo announced that they're cutting jobs. Y'all know I live in Memphis. FedEx, they're cutting jobs, right? So, but sometimes it does take people to get to the bottom to create, their creativity starts up. So, hold on, you guys, because I always forget to check this because I can talk, y'all. I can talk. I wouldn't be surprised if the rates go up 1 or 2 more times. They might go up 2 more times. I can almost guarantee they're going to go up at least 1 more time, right? We got 2 more chances. We got November and we got December. I can almost guarantee they're going to go up at least 1 more time. And then he's probably going to hold them in 2024, right? And like I said, now they're coming back. Payroll was strong. Jerome is about to raise those rates. He going to raise them. And that's when things going to start getting real rough. Banks going to get real wobbly out here, you guys. Yes, I heard about Fannie Mae's new guidelines for the multi-units. Yes, you guys. Okay, so, and that's, I mean, multi-units, I think those are good properties to buy. But my point is, because I saw your comment, when things start getting tough out here, right? Mortgage lenders, banks, everybody start getting real creative with their incentives, right? I'm sure everybody on here has gotten an email from their bank or somebody offering, the first one that came out, I got one, open a checking account for $250. We'll give you $250 if you open up a checking account. Then the next day I got an email saying, come get a HELOC mortgage with an initial rate of 1.99, but in the next 3 to 6 months, it'll go up to 7%. I'm like, that ain't no good deal. Then I got an email from a lender that said, get this, y'all ready? I did a video about this. No score loan. You don't need a score. Flexible underwriting guidelines. You can get a co-borrower that doesn't live in the house. What else did it say? Higher DTI. Y'all, that's a whole bowl of sugar honey iced tea. That is no score loan. And I know y'all gonna come on here because somebody already came on here and was like, no score loan means I pay everything with cash and I don't have any credit. Now, that might be for some people, right? But why they didn't have this program a year ago, 2 years ago? Why all of a sudden this program come out right now in the midst of mortgage applications being low, in the midst of people not buying houses? Now here we come. No score loan. Come get a loan. You can get somebody to sign for you. Flexible underwriting. What does flexible underwriting guidelines mean? y'all. That sound real 2008ish, right? And a higher DTI. Y'all, they finna put these, they gonna come right to the auction. Y'all gonna be right at the auction. That is what's gonna happen with these shaky loans. And that's what I'm saying. When things get tough, banks start rolling out these, come open a come open a checking account. Here come the mortgage lenders. 100% financing. You don't have to put down a down payment. We're gonna waive the appraisal fee for you. They start getting real creative when money start getting tight, right? Be very, very wary of those type of things, okay? That's all I'm saying. Keep in mind, banks are in business to make money. Keep that in mind at all times. This is not them doing it out of the kindness of their heart. Oh, people, we want to get the market going. No, it's tight and we running out of money and we need y'all to come get a loan by any means necessary. Even if you foreclose in 6 months, come get this loan. That's what they're doing. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry. I know I can talk. Check my sound. Can y'all hear me? Oh, gosh, I just talked for an hour and y'all probably can't even hear me. Can y'all hear me? Yes, please tell me. Hey, you guys, I'm missing all these. I'm a victim of this type of loan. No, Mike. Y'all, I'm checking these comments. I'm sorry, you guys. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks, Frida from Philly. I love and enjoy real estate too, you guys. Yep, these lines of credit. Somebody told me, I was talking to a guy, and he said he had a line of credit, and his payment was $400, right? Now that interest rates have gone up, his payment is $800. Y'all, keep in mind when you have a HELOC, when people get a HELOC, I hope y'all know what this is, a home equity line of credit, right? So when you buy a house, you got that first mortgage. That's the one you take the picture with on Facebook, and I love my realtor and I just closed. That's the first mortgage, right? Then when you get in the house and you're like, I really don't like this bathroom. Let's do some renovations, right? So you can call the bank up and say, hey, can I borrow against my equity, right? I'm going to pull out some of my equity and I'm going to fix up my bathroom, right? So when you pull that money out, that HELOC, that's a second mortgage, okay? So now you got 2 mortgage payments that you're paying. They don't just, you got 2 separate mortgages, this first one and this second one. I had a lady call me last week in foreclosure on her second one. So she said she was trying to modify. I was like, I know you can modify your HELOC, but she said they approved her to modify her HELOC loan. So just know it's 2 separate payments, and this HELOC is usually an arm, an adjusted rate. Okay, so if it go up or it come down, if the interest rate go up, you might be start paying $400 plus your first mortgage, and then this one start creeping up to $800. We're gonna see a problem there too, you guys. You'll see how much like sugar honey iced tea we got going on in the real estate atmosphere. I'm just saying it's a lot going on. It's a lot. I always use this example, like the weathermen are always like, the atmosphere is conducive for a tornado, right? All I'm saying is the atmosphere is conducive for I ain't gonna say a crash. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna say a downturn. And I don't think it's gonna be a soft landing. I don't know who made that up either. We just make up stuff, right? It's gonna be a soft landing. When have we ever in history had a soft landing? Guess we're gonna have one in 2024 after we just came out of COVID. And I don't know, you guys. I don't know. But anyway. Oh, good. I'm glad, Karen. You think he'll raise the rates during the holiday? Heck yeah, he's going to raise them rates. He's going to raise them rates. But keep in mind, usually during December, they're going to put a moratorium, a foreclosure moratorium, a holiday. They're going to stop foreclosures the middle of December to like the beginning of January. They won't foreclose on people during that. And then they'll kick in. But yeah, he's going to raise them rates. Jerome has already said, every time Jerome get up on that podium, Jerome's like I said before, inflation is too high. We're going to raise the rates till we get inflation down to 2%, right? He is not budged on that at all. And you see, he is right. We got 2 more rate hikes coming. Well, we got 2 more possible. But I think for sure he's going to raise them up at least one more time. At least. I was in a real estate Facebook group, and this girl said that she had a client. And I guess the deal is taking so long, right? And she was like venting. She's like, this deal is finna die. My client's rate is going from a 6% to an 8% on Wednesday because this deal has just taken so long. And I was like, ooh, you probably finna lose that deal, girl. Unless you can do a rate, unless you can extend that rate, but y'all know that costs money to extend a rate lock, you know. But I was like, from a 6 to an 8, you better hope your clients got it. But again, if you don't have it, y'all know 60,000 people canceled contracts in August. 60,000 people canceled contracts. If I couldn't afford my house, I would have canceled my contract too. Trust and believe, because my real estate agent can't help me pay it. My mortgage broker can't help me pay it. If I would have looked at that note, I would have looked at my bank account, and I said, nope, I ain't gonna be able to do that. We're not gonna be able to do that. Because you guys, it only takes one. Y'all, we going into the winter. We are going into the winter. It takes one tree to fall the wrong way. Let us get an ice storm, right? We're going to, and these storms been storming, right? Flooding everywhere. Let a tree fall the wrong way and hit your house. It's a wrap. Let a pipe burst. Y'all, it's a wrap. Like, there are other fees that come with owning a home besides the mortgage. Keep that in mind. You know what I mean? If you're going from an apartment to a house, your utility bill about to go up, right? There's other fees that come with home ownership beside a mortgage. And if you can't afford the mortgage, you guys, you in trouble. And I would have canceled my contract too, right? Yep, because y'all not going to help me pay this mortgage. You can be mad. I know you're not going to get your commission. I know. I'm sorry. I know. Y'all not going to help me pay this mortgage. Nope. I would have walked away from it too. So, yep, that's the other part. That is the wild card. That's the wild card that we don't know if these foreclosures are coming, because it's an election year. It's an election year. And, you know, one of my subscribers was like, you know, nobody wants mamas and crying babies on the news during their term, like being homeless, being put out because of foreclosure, right? Nobody wants that on their record. So I'm always thinking, I said this in the last live, like, how do you stop a foreclosure wave? Like, how do you, I guess you could put another moratorium on, right? You could do another moratorium. But what are the banks going to do, right? You got, it's like not just one thing, it's a layer to this. So if we put a moratorium on 8 million people who are behind on their mortgage, then what about the banks? So we don't do a moratorium. We can't pay everybody. I mean, I guess we could, but you can't pay everybody mortgage, right? You know what I mean? You can't pay, you can give some people some assistance, right? But we're talking about like 8 million people. We're talking about 2 years worth of mortgage payments. Everybody who calls me when they send me their mortgage statement, y'all, they owe like $24,000. A lady called me the other day. She owed $38,000. She sent me her statement. It said $38,000. What, like, how do you stop a foreclosure wave? Like, how do you, because eventually these banks are going to be like, hold up, interest rates too high. We're not getting paid. Y'all, they're going to start collapsing, right? Like, that's like the storm of that. Commercial not paying. Like, commercial got all these loans, but they filing bankruptcy every time you look. Nobody's opening accounts, right? Like, what is the bank supposed to do? Y'all, 2024, all I'm saying, you better strap. You better put your seatbelt in. That's all I'm going to say. And hold on tight and try to save you some money. Don't go crazy shopping fourth quarter. You know, fourth quarter is retail. These retail giants are looking for people to spend. That's why they won't say that we are in a recession. That's why they're like, payroll is good. Everybody got a job. Everybody got money to keep you spending, right? Because you got to get through fourth quarter. Maybe they need them numbers, because as soon as they say Y'all, it's a little tight down there. Like unemployment, people don't have jobs, people are struggling. We might be in a recession, a downturn. People gonna start tightening up, right? They're gonna be like, "Ooh, I can't spend. We're in a recession." They don't want you to do that fourth quarter, do they? They want you to spend. They want you to wait in line to get your flat screen TV at 5 o'clock in the morning. Y'all don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? So I think they're just waiting to. They know the numbers aren't where they're supposed to be, right? Student loans just came due. Credit card debt is higher than it's ever been, right? They said people are putting basic necessities on their credit cards, like groceries, right? Like they know that, but you can't announce that because you don't want people to panic and stop spending. Can't do that. So you guys, here I go. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. Yes, it is a good opportunity for those who position themselves correctly. That's right, Courtney. Breda Anthony. Loud and clear. Thank you, guys. HELOC may not be a bad thing to have laying around when the deals start flying. You're right. You're right. And the Fed start lowering rates. You're right. That's the thing. Guys, know what works for you. I think there are some good, like, I'm not going to come on here and be like, don't buy a house, right? Y'all, if I could find a good house at a foreclosure or REO deal, maybe I'm going to buy it, right? If the numbers make sense, if their profit margin is where it needs to be, and that's your whole mindset when it comes to buying a house, right? For me, it's investment, right? It's not, but I get it. Some people are like, I love the kitchen. I love the bathroom. It's got a closet. Oh my gosh. I'm like, this makes sense for me. Do these numbers make sense for me, right? So, like I said, I wouldn't buy anything on the market right now, right? But if I could find a good foreclosure or a good REO, yep, all day, every day, I'm going to buy it. So, yes. And HELOCs, you know what I'm saying? If you got that money sitting to the side, I know plenty of people. Hear me. Y'all know I work at the auction, right? Plenty of people. Cash to the side, waiting on whatever's to come. I mean, it's people sitting and waiting with money. Hear me. And are prepared. And that's why I try to help y'all, right? I'm trying to fill that missing piece that y'all don't know. Like I have people all the time who are like, I got money to the side, Ashley. I've saved and I heard about the auction. I just don't know where they are, where are the properties, how it works. You know what I mean? That's the things. People have HELOCs or they have a line of credit or they have money that they can get to. They just don't know how to get to the deals, right? So look at me. I'm like your link. I'm like your missing piece, right? That's what I am. Well, that's what I'm trying to be, right? That's why I made the course. If you have any intention on going to the auction, you need to get my course, right? And y'all know, I'm not busting your head on the price. I'm not that person. And that's why I'm going to do another masterclass. That's why I have 200 videos on YouTube trying to teach you, the real estate piece, the piece that I know, right? I don't know like stocks and ETFs and all that kind of stuff. But I do know real estate, right? I do know where you can find these deals. So that's my game plan. So when y'all come on here and y'all see me at the beach I'm going to try to get a beach house in foreclosure. And y'all going to be like, I can't hear you. I'm like, it's the waves in the background, y'all. It's the waves. I'm in my beach house that I got in foreclosure. Just remember that. But anything used correctly, a HELOC loan, yes, you can use that at the auction. You can buy an REO. You know what I mean? Most things are not bad until you make them bad. Like, it's not bad to buy a house unless you buy one that you can't afford, right? Home ownership is great unless you buy something that you can't afford. That's all I'm saying. Hey, coach. Yeah, the storm's been storming. It's cheaper than to rent right now. Cheaper to rent than buy right now in a lot of places. Sure is. It sure is. And I would go out on a limb and say, and I know most real estate agents would not say this. If you are in a situation, I said that on my video today, and you are comfortable in a situation, right? Now it might not be ideal, right? Maybe we don't love it. Maybe my kitchen kind of small. My neighbors getting on my nerves. But if you can afford it, right? Like if we can afford it and we got some money sent to the side and we're okay, if it's between that in buying a new house and your expenses are about to go through the roof, I would say hold what you got, right? That's what I would say, and I'm sure no other real estate agent is going to say that. I would say hold what you got, right? And just unless you get a good deal, that mortgage needs to be in your budget, and not just kind of in your budget. It needs to be comfortable in your budget, right? With some money left over, because it does not matter what your pre-approval says, you guys. The bank will approve you for $500,000, but I bet you don't want that mortgage payment. You know whether or not you can afford that mortgage payment, right? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm glad, Anthony. Come on back. I'll try to go live as much as I can. Y'all register for the masterclass next Thursday. It's live. There'll be a replay, but come live and I'll talk to you live. Black Friday gonna be weak this year. I'm trying to see what they're gonna say. Like, I'm waiting, but like, I've learned that you can't trust the news, right? Black Friday could be weak, but they're gonna come on the news and be like, well, no. I have this feeling that that's how they're going to announce after all the shopping has been done, right? After everybody has spent all their money, all their rent money, all their mortgage money. After everybody's spent all their money, then they're going to come out and say, well, retail shopping this year was a little down. We predicted it to be here, but consumer shopping was a little low, which makes us think that we might be headed for a recession, for a downturn. I think maybe that's where they're going to announce it. Like, after everybody's done their shopping, then it's like, oh, we didn't know, but it does look like retail shopping is down. So consumers might not have as much money as we thought they had. And maybe the average person out here might be struggling. You think? So maybe, we might be headed into a recession. That's probably going to be the opener when these retail numbers come out. We'll see, but I bet you they don't announce it until after shopping is over, right? Because Amazon, Target, Walmart, everybody got to get their fourth quarter numbers, right? Got to get those Christmas bonuses before they lay you off the first of the year. Here goes your bonus and your pink slip, you guys. It's not funny, but you know how people do. These jobs not loyal. If I win an auction, how soon do I have to have the funds available? I asked because my money is covered, but in 3 bank accounts. So it depends. Who just asked me that? Anthony Lewis. I hope you come to my master class. Anybody want to answer that question for Anthony? If you come see me at the courthouse, I need your money immediately. As soon as that auction is over, as soon as I say sold, we walk into the side and I'm getting your money in the full amount. No deposits, no earnest money, no personal checks, no credit cards, none of that. Certified funds. Now, depending on the auction platform, they might give you 24 hours. But you got to read the platform. Auction.com, Realty Bid, Realty Track, HUD Home Store. Now, HUD Home Store, those are REOs. But auctions, most of them want that money immediately. Or, if you're bidding online, they probably give you 24 hours or something like that to wire the money. Just read the terms and conditions. Okay? I always say that. I hope that helped, Anthony. The market is set up to rent. That's why all these apartment houses going up tremendously. They're saying Blackstone, BlackRock, they're saying want us to be like a renter country, basically. They're waiting for these foreclosures to come and they're going to buy them up. But hedge funds don't buy from the auction, you guys. Hedge funds buy directly from the bank. They just buy the notes from the bank, y'all. If that's what happens, then they don't make it to the auction. Bank of America talk to the hedge fund. Let me buy these notes that are in default. Okay. Boop. They don't even make it to the auction. So there's a chance that could happen. I hope that made sense. It might not, because us down here on the ground floor, we can't buy notes from the bank. Okay. Just understand that. You can't call Bank of America and be like, can I get those notes? How much is 5 defaulted notes? You can't do that. We can't do that. Okay? Understand that. Y'all been talking. Okay. They about to have Amazon Prime again. I know the 10th and the 11th, right? Rent is higher than mortgage in Atlanta right now. Atlanta, y'all. Atlanta, Nashville, California. Baby, y'all gonna see a foreclosure wave like no other. These cities that got bid up ridiculously the past couple of years when y'all were bidding 40, 50, $100,000 over. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Did y'all see my post that I posted last week? Georgia does their foreclosures the first week of the month. Y'all, ridiculously long. I mean, it was like Cobb County, Gwinnett County, Fulton County. What else y'all got? But a lot of them went back, reverted, because most of those people just bought 3 years ago and they're in foreclosure and those opening bids are too high. Those loan amounts are too high. Nobody could buy them. That's why another reason I think that the REO market is going to explode too, because the auction, these bids are just too high, right? So if I can't sell them at auction, they revert back to the bank and they become an REO. And the REO market is going to see an increase, which is good for y'all, because keep in mind, some REOs, you can use financing, a conventional loan, FHA 203K. They give you time. You can do an inspection. You can do all of that with a lot of the REOs, okay? So that'll be good for people waiting who might not have liquid cash, but might have a conventional loan or something like that. Everybody will be able to take advantage of the opportunities that are coming if you position yourself. That is the plan. You guys, I have been talking for an hour and 48 minutes. I always say, I'm like, this is not a telethon. This is not a telethon. We ain't going all night, okay? Don't forget to sign up for the masterclass. The link is below. It is next Thursday. It's free. It is live. I will go. You saw how much I shared with you tonight. REO versus auction. I will tell you how to buy them, where to find them. Y'all know I don't come on here with the sugar honey iced tea. Like, I'm gonna be honest and pour my brain out to you. So sign up for that. If you have any interest in buying at the auction, check out my course. The code is YouTube. The coupon code is YouTube. You guys, grab that. I poured my whole brain into that. What else? Do y'all have questions for me? Y'all know I'm on Instagram, Your Agent Ashley. I try to come on here and do these lives so we can talk, and you don't just see me on Instagram. Like, at least you come on here and you can like talk to me, and I can talk to you and share everything. I have a newsletter, the Property Pulse. I send it out, a newsletter maybe twice a month, but it's on the distressed market. It's the distressed market, foreclosures, auctions, the steal of the week. Y'all saw that property in San Diego that was worth $1 million, sold at the auction for $352,000. $352,000, and it was worth $1.1 million in San Diego at the auction. So I post stuff like that. If you're looking for like sold, expired, that's not me. I work on the distressed market. That's what I study and learn and eat, sleep, and breathe. That's what I do. Foreclosures, auctions, investments. I work with investors. I love residential. I did residential for a decade, but now I work with investors. And I love that. Y'all got some questions? If not, I'm gonna get on. The course is great. Thank you. I poured everything in that. If you buy the course, this is another thing. If you get the course, you are in it for life. D Young, I just added a new resource in there. I updated it today. Like, the plan is on the title search lesson. Right now, I have about 5 or 6 lessons on title search. I walk you through 5 or 6 different properties and do a title search on all of them and show you what to look for. The plan is, in the future, like I've got Atlanta's Records and Deeds office, right? So I'm going to do a video with Atlanta's Record and Deed office and walk you through a title search on Atlanta's site, right? So people who come to the course, no matter where you come from, hopefully eventually, you know, it's like, okay, if you're from Atlanta, check out these videos because this is what your site looks like, right? And then I can do Dallas and Texas and Austin. You know what I mean? So it will grow over time. Right now it's amazing. I give you like 16 resources. I made everything for you. But just know, I'm going to keep adding to it because I want it to be like a live, I want it to be the #1 best-selling auction course here. Okay? But you're welcome. You're welcome, you guys. Thank you guys about the course. What would you say about the narrative a bank has to try to help a homeowner before they foreclose to not look productive? I don't know, you guys. When it comes to banks, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, and y'all are going to be, I mean, you agree. Like, I feel like, I mean, the banks have more power than Biden, right? Like, the banks they run this, right? They do, right? So, again, when the last foreclosure wave came in 2010, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, JP Morgan got in trouble for just pushing properties through foreclosure, right? Because it was so many. 2010, we had over 1 million properties in foreclosure, right? Over 1 million properties got repossessed in foreclosure, right? And it come to find out, these banks weren't even looking at the documentation right. They were just stamping it, moving it along. Yep, foreclosure, moving it along. They got fined like $12 million, right? A drop in the bucket. A drop in the bucket. But like hundreds of people lost their houses because they were just pushing them through, right? It's like, oops, sorry. So my point is, like, banks, you know, they on that do it and ask for forgiveness, right? We're not asking for permission. We asking for forgiveness. We're going to do what we want to do, right? And banks don't want these houses, right? Let's be honest. They don't want your house back. They'd rather sell it at auction. They'd rather sell it to a hedge fund. They want to get rid of it, right? So, you know, I feel like banks, yeah, we live in America. Let's stop. Let's start there first. Let's start there. We can never say what somebody won't do. Like, they would never do us like that. And that's when people get to nevering like they ain't nevered before, right? Banks just take, like, you know, they just come up with anything, you know, so you just don't know. But I know a lot of banks are strapped. I know a lot of, especially these smaller banks, right? Jamie Dimon at JP Morgan Chase, he can hold on, right? He got the biggest bank in the country. Jamie Dimon probably hoping these banks collapse so he can gobble them up, right? That's what he did to First Republic in Silicon Valley. Like, once banks start collapsing, you just start collecting, right? He does. So, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, when stuff like that happened, ain't no telling. Y'all, 2008, these people took bonuses when 3 million people were in foreclosure, right? There's no telling what people do. And probably hadn't even blinked since then. Y'all know Blackstone, one of the founders in Blackstone hedge fund, worked for Lehman Brothers, right? Y'all know Lehman Brothers that collapsed, like the bank that took the bonuses, that knew the housing market was going to crash. Founded like Blackstone, the hedge fund. Y'all, they don't care. It's like, we just, okay, sorry, screw you. You'll be okay. Okay, now what we going to start now? On to the next. Okay, they gonna be all right. They don't care about you. That's why I'm like, y'all, you better get your coins together, right? Because they don't care. They will fire you, lay you off. You know what I'm saying? If it's like, you can get a bonus. If you want a bonus, you got to lay off 7 people. What you think they're gonna say? We can lay off Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and Jesus. They can all go. I need my bonus, right? That's what they're gonna do. Right? They don't care. Like, banks will do by any means necessary. That's how banks operate. That's how these jobs operate, by any means necessary, right? So, you have to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Save yourself. Nobody's coming to save us, right? Save yourself. The window of opportunity will be open. You know, it's just going to be up to us to be in a position when it does, right? I try to help as many people as I can help, right? I try to tell you as much as I can tell you. Um, and then you just have to take care of yourself, secure your family, you know, and make wise decisions with your money, with your spending. You know what I mean? And people call me crazy all the time when I got into foreclosures. Like, gosh, why are you talking about foreclosures? But lo and behold, here we are, right? So they might say you're crazy. They might say, why are you doing that? You got a good job. You've been on that job for 30 years. Just wait until retirement. You guys, make your plan, execute, tunnel vision, put your blinders on. You guys, and that's just the plan. That's my plan. My plan is to take advantage of this next foreclosure wave, whatever happens. That's my plan, and I will share with you everything that I know. So hopefully you can take advantage of it, and we going on, right? We're just going on. Y'all, I can talk so much. I surprised myself how much I can talk. This is America. Period. That's how we need to end this live. This is America, baby. You come over here to make money by any means necessary. And that's how these jobs are. If it means you or them, it's going to be, they're always going to pick self first, right? We saw Yellow Trucking Company. Those people been there 30 years and got laid off. They filed bankruptcy and let them people go after 30 years. These jobs aren't loyal, right? And don't you be loyal to a job either, right? You don't get to have peace until you're rested in it. Come on now. So this is America, baby. So you better make your plan and execute. That's what I'm doing. That's what I will try to teach you. Oh, another trucking company purchased them. Good. I hope they got their benefits and their pension. But if that was nothing but a wake-up call, that was a wake-up call. I mean, ain't nobody safe. Nobody is safe, especially not on the job. It doesn't matter, right? So, okay, you guys. Okay. We've been going a long time. 92 minutes. Okay, you guys. So, masterclass Thursday, October 12th, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you want the Auction Accelerator course, the coupon code is YouTube. YouTube, I think the link that I have down, it's already got the code already in it, but it's YouTube. I put up daily videos every day on YouTube. I'm on Instagram, Your Agent Ashley on Instagram. You guys, I think that's all I got tonight. Like, I can talk. Your girl can talk. I'll be back again live soon. Just be on the lookout. But if not, October masterclass next Thursday. Yes. Okay, everybody, come to the masterclass. Okay, you guys. That's all I got. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. This was doggone the masterclass, wasn't it? So, okay, y'all, I'm logging off. Y'all know how we do. It's always like, no, you hang up. No, you hang up first. I'm going to count to 3, and I'm going to push the button, and we're all going to hang up, okay? Yo. Okay, 1, 2.